remember I was injured. I'd done a grade 2 in my knee, and the doctor said, no, you got 6 weeks out before you start recovery. I said, mate, I've got a grand final in 3 weeks. And he goes, well, that's not possible. And we talk about mindset, and I was like, well, if it was possible, what would I need to do? And he goes, well, you'd need to do, and I said, hold fire. And I just grabbed the notepad out, and I said, start from the top and talk slow, because I'm not a fast rider.
Yeah.
And we just punched out all these things that had to be done. And I just went on a mission to just do every conceivable thing. And I remember Pete saying to me, talk about trust, because when you're accountable enough, you gain trust from others.
Sure, man.
And then Pete said to me, I'll give you till game day to prove your fitness. I said, yeah, no drama.
What a massive responsibility that he's put on you, man.
Yeah. And extreme accountability was on me, as no one else was going to make that happen. So went through the process. I think I took 6 days off work, did anything, mate, pled insanity, whatever I could to get the time I needed. Yeah. And then went in there with all the prep done. I looked like a Tutankhamun. I was wrapped up. I just walked in with my footy bag underneath my jersey, just stood there, and Pete was just sitting there up where my jersey was, and I sat next to him. I just went through the normal process, just left sock, right sock.
Yeah.
He goes, what percentage are you? I said, 89, tried to sound special. I said, 89%. And he goes, yeah, you're on. I had a chat to him afterwards. We played the game and we got it done. And he said, what percentage really were you at? And I said, probably 70 at best. Yeah. And he goes, I would have taken you at 65.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that's just that trust that even though you're sort of dinged, you're not 100%, that they know that you'll do what you got to do because it's not just about me.
Yeah. Not only the trust that he gave to you, but the trust that you gave to him and the trust that you put in your teammates as well, knowing that you're not at your best, but knowing that, hey man, if I can just maybe change my role a little bit and maybe not be running as much and feeding the ball to these outside guys a little bit more and, you know, putting that trust in that kind of process, I think that environment's super special, man. Again, like I've said it multiple times, but that year is one of my favorite years of my life where everything was just clicking and, you know, good people around and amazing things happening. And again, that trust in each other and the team, the environment and all the people that are involved in that season.